Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis's, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Hi guys, it's Brandy. And this is Stephanie. And this is your weekly dose of BS.
Today we have a very special guest all the way from Salt Lake City.
I'm so excited. I haven't watched Salt Lake City, but she's so pretty that
she's like so cute. And she, you know what? She has like, Brandy and I always, people were like, thought we had like a chickmunk voice or whatever. I feel like she could be our third chickmunk.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
We could
I've heard her voice. Yeah, she could be.
Yeah, she like has like a, you know,
somebody
like
sign us up.
Yes.
We could be the three. I don't know.
The Chipettes. But no, she's really, really, really sweet. Whitney and I actually share a manager, and I've talked to her just a few times, and she's just a lovely, lovely person. So I'm excited to have her on. And also her franchise is like, there's so much drama all the time. I feel like that one in Beverly Hills with everything going on with Jen Shaw, and we should have
Do you think it's lighthearted drama, or do you think it's like deep?
Oh, I think it's a combo. Do you?
Well,
I mean,
I feel like
the
with Jen, everything is pretty deep.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. So I think it's kind of a combo.
It's a different story.
It's a different one. Speaking of Jen, you know, I would love to see Brandy and Jen Shaw on like the Housewives trip.
Girls trip?
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
You'd be so safe and protected. There'd be cameras everywhere.
Yeah, you'd be so good.
You couldn't go missing.
If they asked you to do Real Housewives girl trip and it was like you and Jen Shaw was another person there, would you do it?
I mean, I'm not scared of her. I mean,
thankfully.
And then you guys could hash out like the whole.
Yeah, the whole
our
house
podcast
situation
would be so famous. Do it for a podcast.
Yeah.
All right, let's give her a call.
Hi, it's Stephanie, Brandy, and Trey. We are so excited to have you on our podcast today. So thank you so much for giving us your time. I know you messaged me today saying your voice was a little raspy, so I hope you're feeling okay.
Ooh, that's sexy. Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Brandy. It's so nice to meet you.
Same. I hope to meet you in person one day. I heard you're lots of fun.
So when I was telling Brandy and Trey the first time I met you via, I guess, Zoom was during COVID. Bravo was doing these like Zoom happy hours, and you and I were both hired to do one. I believe it was for Halloween, and I did it with you. Who else? Mary and oh my goodness, who else from your show?
I think it was Meredith.
Meredith, yeah, you, Mary, and Meredith. And you really stuck out to me during that happy hour because you were so excited to be part of the franchise. You were so bubbly, so adorable. And you, out of everybody on that Zoom, like really stuck out to me because I loved your energy. So again, just so happy you're here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your life because I know you're a mama and you have a million things going on. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I woke up with a head cold, so I sound a little under the weather, but I am fine if you are.
Yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. Okay, so Brandy has a story also about your show that I think she was going to share, and then we'll get right into asking you questions and kind of how you came about Housewives and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's really crazy because before there was even ever an announcement that there was Salt Lake City, I have a friend that goes to our country club with us, and she called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, I have a question for you. Is it crazy whenever they're filming in your home? Because there is someone that apparently they're trying to film a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and one of the ladies wants to rent one of my properties." And so I was like, "Oh, yeah, they have insurance, whatever. It's no big deal." And she said, "Well, I'm really nervous about it." Anyways, I was in favor of this situation. However, months later, there is an announcement. Trey brings it up on the podcast, and I say, "Well, I do know that there is a renter." And then the next thing I know is someone's flying to Dallas to kick my butt.
Jen Shaw got really mad at Brandy. She did not say her name.
I didn't even know her name. My friend didn't even tell me her name. So
it was really fun.
I remember this because there was a whole she posted the haka dance, and she posted plane tickets. I remember this, and I remember thinking wow, you just implicated yourself because no one ever said a name.
She really did.
Nobody said a name. It was so funny. I was like, Brandy, she's coming.
I'm like, well, I don't know if this is harassment or bullying or if I should just lock my doors.
It was so funny.
To Salt Lake City.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Well, and what was interesting about that is we have multiple people in our city on our cast that rent. So it could have been a handful of people. That's why I thought it was so crazy that she just ran with it. But,
she was coming for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
It was
we know who's crazy on that one.
Now, Stephanie, on y'all's season, didn't Carrie Duber rent a house one year whenever her home was being remodeled and the owner would not let them film?
Okay, so this is what's worse is, yes, Carrie rented a home. I thought it was when she whenever, I think it was her last season on the show, which would be season 3 for her, and going in telling them that she was going to film and this house was going to be used to film, and she rented a really nice house because her house was under construction with the knowledge of she needed something nice for the show, and signed the contract, and then right before filming started, I guess the people that owned the show wanted production to pay them all, or own the home, wanted production to pay them all of this money for the availability to use their home to film. It turned out to be a huge thing. So Carrie ended up having to film at her parents' home that entire season because the house they were renting, the renter just went crazy and decided that she wouldn't let them use the home for the show, which is kind of the only reason they rented that house. So it's funny. I feel like a lot of people rent, but it was really crazy that happened. I will never forget that. And even though it was horrible for Brandy, it was very entertaining for Trey and I to sit back and watch her fly to Dallas. I was like, "Do you want to come to my house so you're safe?"
Yeah, I know, because when someone talks like that, you don't know if you should take them seriously or not, right? And that was at the beginning, before we knew who this woman really was.
Yeah.
So it's I know, crazy, bizarre.
It was so nuts.
Yeah, well, Brandy, I have been on the receiving end of that as well. So I will tell you, you are safe, though.
Okay.
So, Whitney, who did you know before filming started?
I was friends with Heather before filming started. So Heather is who I have to thank for bringing me into the group of women. Lisa Barlow really was the one that got the show on the radar, and she has tried to pitch a couple reality shows here in Salt Lake City, and Heather recommended me.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really fascinating. So Lisa was actually the one that kind of pitched the show and got it going.
Yes.
To where I did not know that. That's very, very interesting. How was Salt Lake whenever it came out that you guys were doing a housewife franchise? Were they really supportive? Were people not wanting it to happen? How was the city as a whole?
I think it was split. It's 50. It was a good 50-50, which is actually a great representation of the Utah culture here. I think that there was a lot of worry and a lot of hesitation around how the Mormon church was going to be portrayed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Utah is probably about a 50-50 split of its members. I don't know. I haven't checked the stats in a while. So you have a lot of people who are fanatic about housewives here, though, who love it, welcome it, want to be a part of it, want to, like, host parties, open their restaurants for you. And then you have others who are just, like, want nothing to do with it, think that Utah is not portrayed correctly, and are still really concerned and protective over the way that we speak and portray the predominant religion, which is the Mormon Church.
Okay, now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. As you guys know, I love therapy. I think everybody who's on the Housewives franchise should get therapy because you're going to need it at some point. So just have somebody ready to talk to you. That way you're not like doing this by yourself. I have used BetterHelp for a while now, since COVID. And what I love about BetterHelp is I can do therapy in the comfort of my own home. I can do video chat or phone call, and I can connect with my therapist during the week, just messaging them, which is really, really nice. BetterHelp is just a fraction of traditional therapy. I know I have done both. And again, you're matched by your perfect therapist by going online, taking a quiz, and then based on the answers to your quiz, you're matched to the perfect person to fit your needs. And if for some reason that's not the perfect fit, you can continue trying out a new therapist until you find the right one for you. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off of their first month at betterhelp.com/weeklydose. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose.
I can relate to that because my kids went to a Baptist private school. And, you know, Baptists in the South.
Yes, you have to be very, very
And I
perfect.
called wine Jesus juice, and because they claimed that I made a mockery of the Holy Sacrament. They let my children go from the school. So I did have a little bit of conflict there in the beginning, but I feel like it completely turned around, like once they kind of, you know, saw that it wasn't. I mean, the show hadn't even aired yet, and we were released from the school. So
They released your children from the school because of that?
Yes.
Yeah, her children
Oh,
got
wow.
literally kicked out of their own school because Brandy said Jesus juice, and they did not want. I guess like, and you can't cuss, you can't do anything, and
It's like Footloose. Just kidding.
it's crazy.
No, so my husband, I don't know if you know this, but my husband grew up in Houston, Texas, and he talks a lot about, I don't know if it's appropriate or not to say Bible Belt region. Is
Yeah,
that?
no,
Yes,
I mean, we
that's
say
correct.
that all the time here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he said that the Baptist church is very similar to, you know, our experience with the Mormon church. So I've heard a lot of stories from my husband too. Growing up, a lot of his friends were Baptist, which is like really the same as Mormonism as far as like faith and Christianity. But Mormons don't drink Jesus juice.
Actually, a lot of Baptists don't either. They hide it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They hide it.
They hide it. They drink without anybody knowing.
Yes,
without anybody knowing.
yes.
But you know, I was telling Brandy before we started this podcast. It's so interesting, or before we started this interview, it's so interesting because I know every city is different. But with us, whenever we started in Dallas and Housewives came out, I think I was very naive and I thought everyone was going to be so happy for us, and that really wasn't the case. Like, you kind of have people talking bad about you before they even meet you on camera, which is really weird. And then people that you think are your friends, I would say at least season 1, they kind of turn their back on you. They don't talk to you. It's almost like you have like some disease that they're going to catch, or, you know. And then it's funny because after one season goes by, all these people that kind of shunned you want to be your best friend and are, you know, auditioning for the show. And I'm like, wait, you talk so bad about us, and now, you know, like publicly on Facebook and everything, and now you're auditioning to be a part of it. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
It is such a crazy cycle because I've gone through the same. I feel like each season my circle gets smaller and smaller. Like, the people who are in my interpersonal life become smaller and smaller. And then it's at the same time, there's like this pull of more and more people want something from you. They want to be a part of what you're doing. They want your attention. Like, it is a really hard thing to balance, I think. And I've been through that as well, where I have lost some dear friends over this situation because, you know, we both auditioned at the same time and I got it and they didn't, or, you know, people hated on it at first, but now they're okay with it. It's been, the worst is when people, the thing that I don't understand, and I don't know if you both can relate to this, but I have friends who like audition in secret. They didn't tell me.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you tell me? I'd advocate for you.
Yes. Right. Yes. I've had that happen before. I feel like I never really, I remember meeting Tamara Judge really like early on season 1 with Carrie Duber. And she gave me the best piece of advice. And it was like, she was like, never give them any of your friends for the show. And I was like, okay. And she was like, because they're just going to, you know, usually hang out with people that are like you and they're just going to take your job. They're cheaper than you because they're season 1. And she was like, a lot of people cast themselves out because they just give them so many people. I will say Carrie Duber is one of those people that I think cast herself out because she gave them so many people. I never gave them anyone. I feel like Brandy gave them people, but I also think that Brandy's so nice. Like she would have people kind of befriend her to be able to audition and to get that moment. And then they would just kind of crap all over her afterwards, which, you know, was annoying for me to watch as her friend. But I really never, I think I may have given them one person, but I'm going to be honest, I knew that person would never do it, which is the reason I gave them that one person. I was trying to not piss off the talent, you know, coordinator or whatever. The casting person. So I was like, I have one person. And I knew she would never do it, but I did your job. I did my job. I gave her like one person that would never in their wildest dreams do this. Okay, so
that's actually good advice. And I think the casting period is okay. There's 2 periods during the cycle of a season. One, I'm in the period right now where we've wrapped season 3 and we're wrapping up our confessionals and we're just waiting for it to air. I think that is one of the hardest parts where the women just start to go crazy.
Yes, because you don't know what's going to happen and they kind of like fight amongst each other.
Everyone's on
pissed
edge.
Off.
Yeah, and currently my castmates are kind of starting to go at it online too because some of us have posted pictures together and some haven't, and it's like turning into this whole drama. And then the casting, like when you start filming and you just come off the season, when the season's airing and you have to relive it, and then you have all the Twitter ultra fans who love you or hate you, but then like they're casting new people, and those 2 cycles, wouldn't you say, are like the hardest part of this process?
Yeah, I would say for me, Brandy may be different, but for me, it's filming's like one thing. Filming's exhausting, but I would say the waiting game, because everyone's kind of like, everybody also, at least on our show, I felt like a lot of people just wanted attention nonstop, kind of still do, even though we've been off the air for a while. But they like to, you know, release things that aren't even true, or, you know, they like to stay in, you know, the limelight, I guess, social media wise. So that was annoying. But I would say the hardest thing, and it took me a few years to get, is, you know, like Twitter and Instagram. Just when the show's out, it was so hard because you have all these people coming for you, these like social media warriors that you don't know. And it's sometimes hard not to be pissed off at your cast members because, you know, they're taking sides. And so if I was in a fight with, say, Cameron, for example, because I feel like I was fighting with her like every season almost, and all these people on social media were very opinionated, it would make me more angry at her because I felt like I was just getting attacked for the things that were happening on the show. And I'm sure the same, you know, for her. But I think that's the hardest part, is like blocking out the noise, to the fact that I actually hired Trey at some point to do my social media because I could not handle it emotionally. I was like, I'm not cut out for this.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's the hardest part. But Trey, I haven't officially like talked to you. This is my first time, but I feel like I know you just through Steph's Instagram.
Oh, so I have to tell you, so I was looking at your Instagram this morning and I told you and Stephanie share a manager. And I told her this a few months ago. I was in London and Gottmik was performing, who's like a huge drag queen that was on RuPaul's Drag Race. And in the middle of her set did this whole like montage where she had the video of you falling with the cake and did a whole song to it. And it was the most entertaining thing. And she was, I mean, I don't know if she played it cool when you met her, but she is an absolute diehard Whitney fan.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Oh, like London went wild for some Whitney Rose.
You have to go to London.
I
You have
love
to go to
it.
London.
It's really funny because London and Ireland, I get a lot of Ireland, a lot of London, but I'm a huge Gottmik fan, and I got to host a drag show here last weekend, and she was one of the headliners. So, no, she played it totally cool. We were just, like, chit-chatting backstage.
Oh, she was losing it in London over you.
Well, I was, like, losing it. I was losing it for her and Violet Chachki because their seasons were some of my favorite of Drag Race, so...
I know it's summer, and the last thing you want to do is think about life insurance. But hear me out, especially you parents out there. Fabric has incredible term life insurance policies that can be customized to your family, and you can be up and running in just 10 minutes. So then you can fully enjoy the summer worry-free because your family will be protected. Fabric was built by parents for parents to help make it easier to manage your family's finances. Fabric is all online, so everything is on your schedule. You don't need to schedule anything or make time for phone calls or appointments. Just apply online when it's convenient for you. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply and see your quote, and then personalize your quote to fit your family's needs. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family's financial future with Fabric. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/weeklydose. That's meetfabric.com/weeklydose in all caps, MEET, fabric.com/weeklydose. Fabric Insurance Agency policies issued by Vantis Life, not available in New York and Montana. Price subject to underwriting and health questions.
Who have been some people that you've met since doing Housewives that you were surprised were Housewives fans, like famous people?
That is Julia Gardner.
Oh.
Yeah, Julia Gardner. I got to do Watch What Happens Live with her. And if people don't know who Julia Gardner is, she plays Ruth on Ozark.
Yes.
She's amazing.
She was in Inventing Anna.
Yes.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah,
They filmed
Inventing
Ozark.
Anna, Ozark. Like, she is a phenomenal actress.
Wow.
And she was starstruck over me,
Oh my gosh.
and it blew my mind. Like, I was so confused. I thought I was being pranked. I'm like, did someone put you up to this? Because I'm such a huge fan of hers. So if you go to my Instagram, ways down, she actually told me off in her Ruth accent.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I
I
saw
remember
that.
seeing that.
That was
It is
so
so good.
Yeah, I died. I was like, okay, because I was fangirling over her, but she was fangirling over me, and we just hit it off, and she is so sweet.
Oh my gosh.
So
She's
sweet.
amazing. She is
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay, so throwing it back to season 1, I remember y'all were the second Housewife cast that was announced and filmed as Housewives. Beverly Hills was the first, and y'all were second. Do you feel like your relationship with filming, like going into it knowing it was Housewives, was
there more
super high
pressure?
pressure?
Yes, absolutely. Like, because I'm a Housewife fan. I've been watching Housewives since it started. I've watched every season of Beverly Hills, Dallas, Orange County, New York, most of Potomac, most of Atlanta. So, like, and Miami. So for me, it was like surreal, like knowing that I was going on as me, as a housewife, and that I know what comes with that from an audience perspective,
Yes,
right?
yes, because you feel, Brandy and I didn't know what we were getting into going in, and I always say I think it was easier because I wore Lululemon. Like, actually, I think I remember on Twitter, somebody was like, are they sponsored by Lululemon, Brandy and Stephanie? Because we wore it so much. But I was like, oh, it's at your house, so I'm just going to put my sweatpants on. And I think we were able to be probably too much ourselves that season. But after you find out that you're a housewife, I've at least felt much more pressure to be put together and to do hair and makeup. And like, if I'm going to be casual, I'll be in like something cute and not my Lululemon workout pants and a ponytail. Like, it put a lot more pressure, at least on me. And it's amazing the amount of money you have to spend to do a show like this too, just to for clothes and hair and makeup, and it's crazy.
And I don't know if you had to pay for your own events or not, but that was the biggest shock for me, too. I'm like, you want me to throw this elaborate party and pay for it? So I host a lot of parties, and I always hire catering and bartenders, but, like, when you have the pressure of the show, you level up, right? Like, you buy way too many flowers, you buy way too many, like, there's so much pressure knowing that you're a housewife. But I think that season 1, something I'm proud of is I really did just show up as myself and pulled from my closet. I did most of my hair and makeup on my own all season.
Oh, I love that.
But then I watched it and I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to need a glam squad. I'm going to need to pay attention to my outfits a little more.
Yes, because you look on TV and you're like, gosh,
Who would you say went in, going into season 1, who would you say spent the most money on glam and clothes?
Jen Shaw.
Really?
I could see that.
I would have said Mary.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody else's money.
Mary, yeah. Oh my gosh. I would say, Mary always seemed to wear like a lot of labels too.
Yeah.
So I could see her as well.
Okay, so I think that Mary already had it all.
That's true.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So Mary definitely has a very extensive and expensive closet, and she has all the things. But Mary, only hosted like one main event, which was the Met Gala cocktail attire luncheon.
Uh-huh.
And Jen hosted multiple events. So that's where I think Jen spent the most money, because she did huge, elaborate events. I mean, her glam squad is more than just hair, makeup, assistant. It was like 12 people rolling deep with her at all times.
What do all 12 people even do?
I mean, one puts on her earrings, one puts on her panties, one puts on her makeup, one puts her hair. Brandy and I can attest to like the paying thing is really difficult, because I will say our last season, Brandy got really screwed with payments. We were doing usually trips production pays for, and they did not. We had like the South Fork Ranch that she threw, and they wanted to be over the top for 2 days, like day and night, all day long. And they stuck her with the entire bill because we had no more budget left. And I think she had the biggest bill out of all of us at that moment.
Yeah. But
that's not cool. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, I think the frustration is that there's people that continually, year after year, that production paid for their events.
Or they'd host like a lunch.
Or a lunch or a tea party.
It would be you can tell who we're talking about. Like they never spent any money.
It wasn't really over the top or elaborate.
And then we would have to do these huge things and spend all this money. So then there was an unfairness, like we're all getting paid. And I know part of our check is because we have to do these events, right? But if everybody's not pulling their weight and somebody's like throwing big, elaborate events and, putting their heart and soul into it, and another person's like having sandwiches and tea at their house, then it's like, it's just sometimes, and it's year after year, it's just a little unfair because.
Yeah, even to the point to where we would go high-end shopping, and like I would pay for my expensive items, and then production would come in and hand another person a credit card to pay for their expensive items.
What?
Yes, it got kind of bad to where we finally had a discussion with production, and we were like, listen, you have to treat us fair. Like you can't have us do shopping scenes where, just because you think we have it, we're paying for all of our stuff, and then the other person, you're like handing them credit cards to pay for whatever they want. Like there has to be some level of like fairness involved.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not aware of that on our cast. I think that as far as I know, now I'm like going to be all skeptical.
Now you got to watch for it.
Now you're going to watch. See what they do. Okay, she's the cutest person ever. I love her.
I am so excited to watch season 3. I had a lot of married questions, but I was like, no.
I have not watched any of the seasons, but now I'm going to have to.
Oh my gosh, you have to. Okay, and also I know so much inside stuff of season 3, so it was hard for me not to like say things that I already knew, but I didn't want her to get in trouble because, as you guys know, like Bravo would get really. Not on to Brandy and I, but I don't want her to get in trouble.
She'd be punished.
Yes. And, because I know, I don't know if you ever did, Brandy, but there were some people on our show that actually got fined I think Kelly Dodd said she got fined. Like it was on some Bravo blog.
I did get fined for something.
Yes. Who got there? I think there were like one or two people in our final season who like lost their entire
mine was
good behavior check.
A little hit, but I don't even know why, but I got a little hit.
Yes. Well, there was one time I almost got a hit and then I didn't, but it was about Cameron. I think I said something not so nice about her in an interview, and then
I think you also said it was worth it.
Yeah. And then I was like, I will take any punishment you give me. It was worth it at the moment. There's sometimes you just have to say something. But they didn't find me, so thank God. But yeah, she's really, really sweet. And I just adore her. And I like that it feels like just one big family, even though you're in a different franchise. And it's just kind of nice because you have so much in common. Thank you so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram and Facebook.
And me at Brandy Redmond.
And our podcast at BS the Podcast. Bye.
Bye.